Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome. I'm here at Kinyaktu. I've just done some cold immersion in that nice cold river, followed by some time in the sea. So, I feel alive again. I feel rejuvenated. I feel embodied and connected. And something I want to speak of is actually about that. So last night in the Campfire, we had one of our 2 monthly circles. And what came through the different shares, the theme that really emerged was that we're recognizing more and more, it's becoming more obvious and more clear, the disconnect between living in our minds and following the pressure, the thinking mind, and the incredible aliveness and joy that comes from actually being in the body and following the guidance and the needs and the movements, the impulses of the body or the soul through the body. And I'm curious how this lives in you as well. Are you seeing that? I want to also bring it to the collective. We are experiencing in our bodies this sense of disconnection. We have been trained, conditioned, taught, educated to live a disembodied life, to live from here instead of from our body, from our unique guiding system, which is unique for every single one of us, but ultimately lies here in our physical bodies. And we're seeing this as well in the collective. If you expand this to the wider collective, you have the body of humanity, of the world, and you have the head, the government. Yeah, so you have these two layers, the government and the human layer, which could also be the mind and the body. Now, I haven't researched the etymology of this, but government, you could break it into two: govern the mental and the human level. And we see this a lot. I'm seeing this a lot throughout the lockdowns and the pressures that we're receiving from above. People are finding their way. They're following what feels alive to them, what feels right to them, rather than automatically bowing down to the control and manipulation that comes from the top. And this is a beautiful example or metaphor for what we also experience. As we're experiencing that, we're experiencing it in the collective. It's being reflected in the collective. But ultimately, each one of us have that power and the duty even to notice where we're doing that to ourselves, where we're operating from the totalitarian government in our minds, controlling ourselves, manipulating ourselves, deceiving ourselves, lying to ourselves, pushing us down one avenue. Again, you might see some reflections as to what's happening right now in the world, but our mind tends to push us towards one direction versus living in the here and now, in the aliveness of the body, dropping into faith and trust of our energy, our soul, our guidance, and following that no matter what the mind might make up and might say. I'm sharing this also because, to be really candid with you, I received a very powerful healing session yesterday, and it brought up again more. It made me really see, it helped me to really see again how I'm operating in my mind, and the challenge that comes with it, the pain and the frustration that comes with it, the chaos that I create as a result of it. And I'll be speaking more and more about this because there's a lot of stuff that we're learning, of course, throughout our years, but also in the New Age movement, let's say, this spirituality. A lot of it is really a mind fuck. Is brainwashing, actually. And so, as I slowly disconnect from that, drop back into the body, I'll be sharing more about that journey, but I just wanted to share that. It's still working through me, working with me, that session, so I won't share too much about it. But part of this video and this understanding is coming from that as well. So what's the invitation? The invitation from this is to notice where this disconnection lives in you, where this, let's call it the totalitarian dictator of the mind, the government of the mind, is pushing you down one avenue. Noticing that, how that feels, and I make a face because it can feel very icky, and exploring instead what it would be like to follow your aliveness, to follow what feels good, to follow your energy, to follow your soul. Let me know how you get on, how you receive this, and I will leave you with another glimpse of the beauty of Crete. And the sun is just coming out behind the clouds. Have a beautiful, beautiful